Breaking news, a CNN president resigns.
And the opponents for the Super Bowl have been revealed. I'm Ryan Brooks.
And I'm Caleb Figures. Your news starts now. Multicultural Affairs had kicked off Black History Month with an informative and fun event. The event was held in the Multicultural Center at Lupton Hall. Partygoers were able to snack some wonderful treats, including cupcakes that were colored after colors of Black History Month. Visitors could also check out a visual timeline of important events in African American history. More Black History events will be held later this month, including an open mic night on February 10th.
If you were out in the wilderness, would you know how to make a fire? These exercise science students tried their skills here at UTC campus this week. They used branches and a shoestring and wood to create a smoldering ignition needed to create a campfire. As you can see, it takes little coordination and a bit of luck to pull it off.
It's looking like the weather will finally warm up next week. On Friday, we're looking at cloudy and cool weather with a low of 30 degrees and a high of 55. However, starting tomorrow, there will be a week of sunshine ahead. Temperatures could drop as low as 25 degrees on Saturday and Sunday, but the predicted high are in the 40s and 50s, reaching a peak of 57 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday. This is a good weekend for travel plans and getting outdoors. Caleb and Ryan, back to you. The president of CNN has resigned. That's according to the Associated Press. This sudden departure came shortly after Zucker's confession of a, quote, consensual relationship with another executive at CNN. The admission of the relationship was the result of further questioning for Zucker in the investigation of now-fired CNN anchor Chris Cuomo. In a memo released after the resignation, Zucker states that he acknowledged the relationship had evolved in recent years and was required to disclose it when it began. But in Zucker's work, he didn't disclose the relationship and stated, "I was wrong."
Super Bowl 56 has finally unveiled its contested matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. After winning in overtime against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Bengals were able to proceed past the AFC Conference Championship and have a shot at finally winning their first Super Bowl title next Sunday. Join us next week for our own Super Bowl predictions here at Mocs News. Another NFL legend has announced his retirement.
And we have a region matchup down in Marietta. Here's Chris Figures with sports. Breaking news took to Twitter Tuesday morning that NFL legend Tom Brady officially announced he will retire from pro football after 22 seasons. Brady mentioned in his announcement, quote, "Right now, it's best I lead the field of play to the next generation of dedicated and committed athletes," end quote. Brady led the NFL in yards passing, touchdowns, completions, and attempts. Brady will lead the NFL with 3 MVP awards as well as 7 Super Bowl championships. Brady plans to spend more time with his wife and his children. Your Chattanooga Mocs men's basketball team's 5-game winning streak comes to an end on Wednesday night as they suffer a heartbreaking loss on the road at Sanford 80-72 in SoCon play. The Mocs fall to 18-5 overall and 8-2 in the Southern Conference. Though the Mocs night didn't go as planned, graduate guard David Jean-Baptiste had a career high of 31 points versus the Bulldogs. The Mocs will be back in action on Saturday as they host Mercer. Tip-off is set for 12 p.m. on ESPNU. Lastly, our high school hoops game of the week will be a trip to Marietta, Georgia, as the Walker Wolverines will host the Christian Heritage Lions in a region matchup. The 16-6 Wolverines are coming off a 10-point win over ASO Christian Academy Tuesday night. As for the Lions, they are also coming off a win. The last matchup between the schools, Christian Heritage won in a nail-biter 68-65. Tip-off for this matchup will start at 6 p.m. That's it for sports. Caleb and Ryan, back to you. The Olympic flame has now officially arrived at the Beijing Games. An opening ceremony on Frosty Night had a fiery conclusion Friday when the flame was placed inside a giant snowflake to give China's first Winter Olympics in a symbolic opening, followed by the third major fireworks show of the night.
The snowflake was composed of place cards used to introduce the athletes from 91 different nations that will compete in China through February 20th. There was no cauldron to light, the traditional ending to most ceremonies.
Competition in some events started Wednesday and Saturday in the first full day of events at the Games, with the first medals to be awarded.
That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Facebook page.
We're also on Twitter and YouTube. Have a good weekend.